T-60 is a light tank that was developed in the Soviet Union during World War II. The light tank developed by the Soviet Red Army comes in two types, a lightweight and compact version designed primarily for reconnaissance with amphibious capabilities, and a heavier and more armored version designed for infantry support, relatively speaking. However, the amphibious light tank T-40 was soon after the start of the German-Soviet War, discontinued in its amphibious functions and evolved into the T-30, which had enhanced armament and armor. Nevertheless, it retained the same hull design for flotation as the T-40. On the other hand, a reconnaissance light tank specifically designed for land use was being prototyped by the design team of engineer N.A. Ostrov from the beginning. Although this prototype vehicle is based on the T-40 chassis with torsion bar suspension, it has been shrunk by reducing the body volume to gain buoyancy, resulting in armor thickness at the front lower part of the vehicle, cockpit, and turret being 25 mm, 35 mm in later models, while maintaining a similar weight. However, the sloped frontal armor at 70 degrees is only 15 mm thick. Other components such as the engine and steering system, as well as the two-man crew layout, remain largely unchanged, and this vehicle, equipped with the TNSH 20 mm autocannon, was adopted as the T-60 in October 1941. At the urgent time when the German army was approaching Moscow, there was no margin for mass production of the more advanced T-50, and a mass production order for 10,000 units of the T-60 had been issued from the beginning. Despite delays due to evacuation, four factories sequentially began mass production, and by mid-December, the first mass-produced unit was completed. By the autumn of 1942, 6 months after the start of production of the enhanced T-70, 6,045 units had been produced. The vehicles that were sent to the front in succession had no time to perform their original reconnaissance missions and were instead used for offensive operations with mounted infantry. Although their armament and armor were strengthened compared to earlier models, these tasks were not suited for light tanks, and they were easily destroyed alongside other light tanks, earning the nickname Grave of Two Brothers. Despite being designed for reconnaissance, they were small, with a narrow gap between the bottom of the chassis and the ground, leading to mobility issues such as getting stuck in muddy or snow-covered terrain. The T-60, whose value was doubted even by its allies, was given the foreign equipment number Panzerkampfwagen T-6743, R, by the German forces that captured it. However, investigation reports stated that it was delicate and of no military value and that its use was limited even if captured, leading to its weaponry and turret being removed and used as an armored tractor for towing artillery. However, among them, there was one who earned the title of Hero of the Soviet Union with this tank. In January 1943, during the Battle of Passchendaele, Lieutenant Dmitry Osarichuk, the tank commander, and Sergeant Ivan Makarenkov, the driver, discovered 3 Panzer III tanks and successfully provoked them to lure them out, turning their sides towards a hidden friendly artillery position, leading to the destruction of 2 of them. In the summer offensive of the German army in 1942, Operation Blue, the T-60 took advantage of its small size to secretly approach German infantry through tall grass, launching a surprise attack and causing significant damage.